You can hear a whirring. It's just my laptop over here. Okay, funny story. This is just telling you a little bit. So last night I washed my hair. So I need to like do the hair. All right, but I want to spray down my oven first because we're going to clean the oven. But I digress. I just spent 15 minutes looking for a hair tie. Just saying. If you're struggling, I'm right there with you. If you're not struggling, maybe you could give me some life advice in the comment section below. Welcome to my home. If you're new here, my name is Karen. I'm continuing to take back the house. I did not spray my oven last night like I said I was going to in yesterday's video, which I will link up at the end of this one if you missed it. But I did the top. I have a double oven. I did the top yesterday. I'm doing the bottom today, but I need to do a lot more cleaning than that. I'm recovering from being sick, and I'm trying to balance work and self-care. But at the same time, it's hard to relax when there's chaos all around me. So I'll show you my chaos, and I need to get it cleaned up. So I'm going to spray down the oven, and then it has to sit for 1 hour and 15 minutes. One of the reasons I didn't spray it last night is because my bottom oven I don't use as much. I really use the top oven most of the time. And my bottom oven is more the overflow oven, even though it's the bigger oven. So it's not really that dirty. So I'm going to spray it down this morning. I didn't really want to smell it all night, even though it's fume free. And then I'm going to hair makeup, and then we'll get cleaning, and then we'll wipe down that oven and keep on cleaning, hopefully, as long as my energy can work. So if you're looking for some motivation to get your house in order and you want to do work, rest, work, rest, work, rest, you have come to the right place. We're going to struggle through it together, but it's going to feel so good when I'm done, and take breaks when we need it. And we're going to have our trusty water. Hydrating is so important. Snacking is so important. I eat every 2 to 3 hours, small little things. So anyway, that's TMI. Let's get going.
You ready to start?
Ugh. Just gonna throw these in here. Ugh. Now this looks familiar. I feel like I'm in my own Groundhog movie. Remember Groundhog Day with Bill Murray?
These are really taxing. Today it's 20.
All right, now I'm taking some time to get ready for the day, and it's just so funny. I was watching Kimmy Cope on Instagram yesterday, and she had this really funny
Instagram, what do you call that, reel, where she was talking about all the things about an influencer. Of course I clean a clean house. I'm an influencer, you know, that kind of thing. And one of the things she said was, of course I put on my makeup and do my hair to clean my house. I'm an influencer. And it just cracked me up because I thought of this, that I put together this little montage of me getting ready for the day. But I have to, now I feel like I need to defend myself. Which I really don't. I know, you guys know me. But I do like to put on my makeup and do my hair every morning. And the reason I do it in the morning, and usually more first thing, but lately I've been just tired, is I don't know what the day holds and I want to be ready for whatever the day holds. So if I decide to go out and I want to have my hair and makeup done, I really don't want to save time during the day to do this. Usually once the day gets going, I am just racing around trying to get as much done as I can, and I don't want to take time to do hair and makeup. So I do my hair and makeup first thing in the morning every day. That way I am ready for whatever the day holds. And also I will say that as a YouTuber, I definitely would like to look nice, because not because I think you guys care so much as I have to edit this and I have to look at myself for a long time. Okay, dust, 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 dust. I do believe you all saying that the dust comes from toilet paper, because I noticed I had dust in the summertime too on top of the toilet. So I could not just blame that on heat because I didn't have any heat on. So here I am spraying down the disinfectant, got it all over the mirror after I had just cleaned the mirror. So that was nice. And I'm trying to leave it a minute. Now look at that grime. Isn't that disgusting? That is from our water. It builds up. I notice it in the toilet too. And I have been noticing it, honestly, when I sit on the toilet, I can see it. So it has just been bugging me. And I got a toothbrush out and decided to go ahead and go after it with a toothbrush. I was both happy and relieved that it was working. So here I am trying to give you a shot of what the toothbrush is doing. Isn't that disgusting? So I do keep a few toothbrushes in the place where I keep my laundry and medicines, and that way I can use them for cleaning. And we also will sometimes use them to scrub out a stain on our clothing. And I get those at the dentist because a lot of us use electric toothbrushes. And so whenever they give you a free toothbrush, even though they just recommended an electric toothbrush, you can bring those home and use them for cleaning instead of using them on your teeth. My vanity definitely needs to be cleaned out, like the inside of it. But today I just was cleaning up from doing my makeup, and I am just hitting the things that are really bugging me. And just in a minute, you're going to see me pull out something slimy. It's really because we had caulked this like a year ago, where the backsplash touches the counter because it settled after we put it on. Look at that. So gross. But that's from caulking. It is caulking. It just became slimy. So when we put this backsplash up, we attach it to the wall, and then the house, of course, settles, and so then we end up with a crack, and so then we end up using caulking to fill it in, and I just need to do it again, and I need to get good at it. It's a little hard to do behind the faucet, but it just seems like water pools up because of the type of faucet that I chose, and then it gets behind there, and it gets, you know, it's running down the wall, and I'm rotting the vanity on the side. So I had already cleaned the top window, but I didn't turn my camera on. And before there, I was trying to show you how dirty that window was. It looked like someone had taken a spray bottle and sprayed it with something and just left it. I'm not quite sure what that was from, but it sure feels good to have a nice clean window when you look outside to see the weather. Yes, I live in Maine, and yes, there is no snow. I'm trying to show you my clean window, but can you believe no snow? And it's January, so I'm appreciating it. We have definitely had some cold weather, but overall, it has been unseasonably warm. And I am just appreciating it because it's going to make winter feel that much shorter. I know it's going to hit. It always hits. So it'll come. But right now, I am just appreciating the fact that even though I'm looking out at dead brown grass, I'm not looking out at snow that needs to be shoveled. So here we are cleaning the toilet. First I dust it. I dry dust it first because if I spray the cleaner without dry dusting, then I'm just moving that dust around and it really drives me quite crazy. And I like to use a disinfectant on it. It's the Method disinfectant, and then I go for the real stuff in the toilet. But I use the natural disinfectants, or at least the ones without ammonia or bleach in them. Then I don't have to worry about whatever I'm using to clean the inside of the bowl, because as you know, if you mix ammonia and bleach, you get poison. So here is my nice clean bathroom, and it feels so good and fresh. The kitchen is not so good and fresh, but that's going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Oh my goodness. I was just going to wipe down the mirror and the sink, and I just went all in, which I'm not complaining about because that window specifically has been really bugging me. So this is what this is about. It's like things have been bugging me. I was busy with the holidays, and as much as I wanted to get it all clean and done, it wasn't possible. And now I've kind of crashed and burned a little bit. But, this is my snack time. Snack, and I refill my water. So, I've had 2 cups of coffee, 2 cups of water so far, and it's 10:30 in the morning. And I'm having a creamy double peanut butter crisp bar. This is my husband's favorite. It tastes like a peanut butter cookie to me. Okay, I uploaded a video. It says checks complete, no issues found, which is what you want to see. And I do not have a picture. We call that a thumbnail for the front of the video. So I need to create that. I didn't take a picture, which you should take a picture. So I'm going to see if I have anything in here that I could use, like a screen capture, or a few, and make a thumbnail. This is how we do it. And then that kind of gives me a sit down rest time, but I'm still working. That's what I like to do when I'm feeling very busy, is like do an active activity and then a sit-down activity. And sometimes it helps me, and there's definitely times where I just need to stop and relax. And a lot of times when I do that, then I'm watching a video. All right, so I'm going to finish this, and then I'll check back in with you. All right, that is done and all scheduled, which is nice because I want it to be up in an hour because it's just about 11 and I want it up at noon. Now I need to call the vet. I just realized that Woozy's food is almost out, and Woozy is on a prescription food because of his chunkiness. He needs to be less chunky. I'm going to call them and see if they have any in stock, and then I'm going to have to run over there. There's always stuff. See, this is why. This is why you don't get as much done as you think you're going to get done. It's because you don't even realize all these little interruptions in your day. Phone calls, just things you don't expect. And then at the end of the day, you're like, I did not get anything done. You did get a lot done, I bet. Just, you don't add those things to your to-do list, but you should. The ta-da list is very important. The ta-da list is, ta-da! Look what I did. Ooh, I'll take the 16-pound. All right, I'll be there in an hour or so. All right, thank you. All right, bye. Okay, that's done. So when I need a break again, I'll run and get the cat. All right, I could actually wipe down the oven now, but I'm going to give it some more time and do it on the later side, since you can leave it even overnight if you want to, because I have got to deal with this. This is what my bedroom looks like. Can you even? And this is like 99.9% me. First, I'm going to put my clothes away and make the bed so that I even have a surface to work with. It's the thing about a small bedroom. So, were you able to keep your house up during the holidays? Oh, this is Robin's. So I will hang his stuff up too. Let me know in the comments, how are you feeling about things? Are you like me? You're trying to get your fight back and you're trying to get your house back and all the things? Or were you able to kind of keep it all together? I know some of you, I love what you were sharing. Some of you were saying that your loved ones, grandkids or whoever, they just make an Amazon list. You go to the list, you buy the stuff, call it a day. And my goodness, I could be there. I could definitely be there. What I try to do is I have the kids who live in my home, I have them pick out 3 things from that they want. And sometimes they'll give me a list of 5 or something and I'll pick 3 off the list. And then I'll pick one thing. Okay, my voice is not going to get better. I can keep clearing my throat. I feel like if I clear my throat, it'll get better. And then I'll pick one thing because I like the thought of this is something, when I saw it, I thought of you. That's the thing I really could be picking through the year that I don't. So that's something I could do because I do like that practice. I want them to know I was thinking of them. And then the kids outside my home, specifically the ones who are married, this year they both chose money, which I was never one to choose that. I always wanted to feel like somebody was thinking of me and picking something out for me. But they love that, so that might continue. And even my college son said he would have preferred money, but he was scared to ask. And I'm like, scared to ask? You're just saving me work. So that could be a thing for him next year too. We'll see. But I definitely struggle to pick out presents for people. It's not my strength. I know some people are so good at it. I don't feel like I am one of those people, but I agonize and I can, there's people that will send me the simplest gift and I love it. I love that they thought of me and they did that for me. So I just also need to relax and I need to not think about this so much. So, okay, getting these cleaned up. They weren't all mine. That's kind of nice. These, my friend Ellen, she is up on the channel, and one of my health clients gave me these, and I love these. I think they're called mucklucks, but they're so cozy warm. And usually my husband gets me a pair, and he didn't this year, so it was just so cool that then I ended up getting them anyway. It's funny the things that you won't spend on yourself. Like, why would I not just buy myself a pair? But I don't. Unless I get them as a gift. I don't get them. So these little t-shirts that I wear underneath, they're tankinis or tank tops. They're not tankinis, but they're tank tops. I just put them on any old hanger. I don't really have a rhyme or reason for that. All right, I might need to buy more hangers. I was watching the Watts this morning to get myself up and motivated. She's just been killing her videos lately, or maybe she always was and I just didn't notice. But she's got 5 kids. I've got 7. The most I've ever had living here though was 6. And she was doing laundry. I was like, oh, brought back memories. Man, I don't miss those days when I was doing everybody's laundry and all of the folding, and I always had a basket with odd socks in it. I could never keep up with the socks. I do not miss those days. Okay, this is dirty. All right, once I get the bed made, then I can be folding laundry. My husband is suddenly into a weighted blanket. Isn't that funny? But he does have trouble sleeping sometimes, so I'll have to ask him if that's working for him. I know it does help a lot of people. I feel trapped. I like to just have a pile of blankets. Of course, it's probably not heavy enough for him because it's one I had bought my daughters. Obviously, they weigh less than he does. So maybe where it's not, as heavy as he should really be having, maybe that helps. I don't love winter, but man, I love January. I love the first couple weeks of January where you're just kind of like motivated and wanting to get things done, just that fresh feeling. I get it again in September too. You notice I always have like a titled reason to clean, whether it's a fall clean, holiday clean, take back from the holidays clean, spring clean, summer clean. I always have to give myself like this special title and reason. It just motivates me. All right. I cut the tag off of this finally since it said spot clean only. There was no cleaning instructions to remember. All right, so I got this laundry, and then I have more in the dryer. Okay, there's always more laundry, isn't there? Thank you so much for being with me. It definitely helps me to not be doing this alone. Oh, that whole body doubling, that's a big thing. The Minimal Mom put up a video. Kimmy at the Wads just put up a body doubling video. But that's not anything new. My daughter, Rachel, she does body doubling with art. Her and a friend will FaceTime, and they're both doing separate art projects, but kind of doing it together. And I just feel like, I don't know if it came with 2020 or if it was already there, but I mean, that's basically what a cleaning video is. Even if you're not cleaning alongside of the person, you're definitely getting motivation and you're having company. It's kind of like the over the fence feeling of not being in this journey alone. I think especially as people who are keepers of their home, you can get isolated feeling, and this can really make up for a lot of that, is having YouTube and people on YouTube that you resonate with and you can relate to. They're doing what you're doing, and even if you're not doing it when you're watching it, it just helps us all to know we're not alone, that across the street or across the world, we're all taking care of our homes. We're all doing what needs to be done. We're all trying to find enjoyment in our work. I know it's a great encouragement to me. I hope it's a great encouragement to you. But I definitely appreciate just even knowing you're here is an encouragement to me. So I appreciate you so much spending your time with me, even though I could probably move that camera a little bit. And you could feel more like you're in the room with me. Come on, baby. So this is just another great sit-down job. Sometimes I could be watching a TV show or watching a video while I do it, or hanging out with you while I fold my laundry. I actually enjoy folding laundry. I don't mind it. I especially love folding towels. It's just one of those no-brainer, low-energy chores that make you feel like you're getting something done. So my goal is, I'm going to finish this. My husband said he would do the dishes, and I'm kind of kicking myself now because I was like, no big deal. If you do them, that's great. If you don't do them, that's great. I can always film it. That's what you always say. I can always film it. And now I'm like, he's gone back to working, and I'm like, dang it. I shouldn't have said that because I don't think he's going to do them now. It really is okay either way, but I definitely left a mess in the sink. I just fizzle at night, and the girls are working or they have plans, so they're not really around to do it, to help out with it, sometimes not even to eat the food. So it's just a new normal for me. And if I have to go to bed with a messy kitchen and take care of it the next day when I have energy, that's what I have to do, and I'm not going to get all anxious and stressed over it. I'm just going to do the best I can every day and let that be that. And honestly, I don't really get people stopping by the house. You know, when we used to go to a church that was just 10 minutes from our house, that was more of a thing, but it really isn't now. So I don't get too stressed about that. And it gets done eventually because I want it done, so I know I'll get it done. Whether it's me, whether it's my husband, whether it's one of the girls, it'll get done. I just take one thing at a time. Isn't that something that we just learn as we get older? One thing at a time. Don't get ahead right here where you think about all of it at once. So, all right, you're on low battery. I need to get you a battery. I'm going to finish folding this. And then we'll see whether I want to wipe down the oven first or go get the cat food.
Everyone needs a shoulder to cry on. Everyone needs a helping hand. Everyone needs someone to rely on. Yes, everyone needs a friend. So let's come together, celebrate each other, stand united as one. We lift our hands up and pray, lay all our love before Him with all of our faith. He is the change within us, there is a light. Let Him lead the way, lift our hands up and pray today. Oh, pray. Everyone needs somebody to lean on. Everyone needs someone who cares. If we come together as one, help each other get stronger. We are bound in the name of the Lord. So let's come together, celebrate each other, stand united as one.
All right, so this loud. This bag has this. That's what I'll put in there. And yeah, this one I use, and this, the grays. I do use this for queen size and twin. I mean, it's queen size, but it works fine to use it for twin. So if I have a son with a wife coming, I'll use it. But if I have someone single and I'm putting them on a twin bed, I'll also use it. It's fluffy. It actually washes up really nice. I've just been throwing it in the washing machine. I don't know what it says I'm supposed to do. Use front load commercial washer and dryer, machine wash warm, normal wash with light colors. Tumble dry low. I think I got this. Oh, okay, I shouldn't have said because now I can't remember. I was going to say Kohl's, but I don't think it was Kohl's. Target, maybe, or Walmart. I wish I could remember. The reason it's just good to remember is that it's hard to get ones that are just like machine wash, you know? Usually, you feel that. So, I fold this, and then the way I put it in, it's just a mess. This is the vacuum pack bag. Is it? Yes. Which I always have Robin help me with. Again, any of these mechanical things. Oh yeah, there's the thing. Okay, I'm going to let him help me with this later. But these are going downstairs today. I find with the vacuum pack too, they definitely do not smell like a basement. So I don't know if it's the vacuum pack part of it that helps with that or what. But I don't know how many times you're supposed to use these and re-vacuum them. Because I kind of feel like after the first couple times, the Ziploc part of it's not really the greatest. Alright, so And this one is, we're just going to put all the sheets. I have 2 sets of sheets. This blanket. And this, which is a very lightweight comforter, but it was perfect for our son Francois because he runs warm. So it's good for him. And this, I think it was our spread for a little bit. Well, maybe it was just maybe I just use it as a blanket because it has snowflakes on it. I think that's what. But it's a good second blanket. You know what? Why even fold these? They just get messed up in the bag. That's my excuse. That's my story. And then this is an extra one. Not quite sure why. All right. Then this has Valentine decor in it. This I can get rid of. Here's a pen. That doesn't go there. It goes in my pocketbook. This is my shower caddy that I use because it was happening that every time I would use my shampoo, it would be gone, it seemed like, or at least every couple of weeks. So, and then this is some gifts I didn't use at Christmas time because I didn't have even amounts. So they also might end up being like Valentine. Little gift bag or something for the girls. We'll see. So this will stay. Valentine stuff, my caddy, and a pocketbook. And then these I need to put away. The bed is made. The laundry is done. So this stuff my husband's going to help me vacuum pack when he's done working. And then this looks way better. Definitely not a bedroom deep clean today, but a little bit of damage control. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead to the vet. Since it's like the warmest part of the day, it's about noon, I'm going to go to the vet, get the cat food, come back, wipe down the oven, and then, boy, I wish I could get to that freezer. I don't know, it might not happen today, it might happen tomorrow, because I want to get this edited for you as well. I am officially a full-time YouTuber. That's what I decided. That's why you're seeing more videos up. I just really want to get serious about this, really want to help you, motivate you, and honestly, it helps me too, just walk alongside you, and we can walk along together and go through the things we go through together and fight through the hard together and rejoice in the fun seasons together. I want to hear all about what's going on in your life in the comments section. I just love it so much. Just got a notification from my grocery store. Do you guys have rewards at your grocery store? I love it because you can do like digital coupons now. But it said, so this is how we do it. Quarterly, anytime I buy store brand, and I think healthy food like fruits, vegetables, I don't know if meat counts. It's anything also that our stores call Hannaford that has Hannaford stars. So I do that, and at quarterly you can activate rewards. I'm just about to activate my rewards. Look at that, $34.76. Sometimes what I'll do is I will use that money because I get that much free groceries. I'll use that money to buy something special that we don't get to have very often, like really expensive steak or seafood. This time of year though, Christmas time, it's just going to defray the cost. Honestly, defray the cost of the cat food I'm about to buy. 16 pounds of prescription diet cat food. So I will tell you when I get it how much it cost. I don't remember how much I normally get. They said they had a 6-pound bag and a 16-pound bag, and I'm like, I'll take the 16-pound bag just so that I don't have to keep going there so often. Here it is. It's the Purina. And you have to get it at the vet. Oh my goodness. Are you ready for this? A 16-pound bag. $86.73. Yes, it's true. This is how much we love our cat. That's $5.40 a pound. I'm back from the vet and I did have my lunch, and now I'm switching over the laundry that I had started in the morning, and then I'm going to go in the kitchen and do the dreaded dishes. Because when you don't do the dishes the night before and then you don't do them in the morning, everyone assumes the dishwasher is full of clean dishes. So they have their breakfast or maybe even their lunch and they put their dirty dishes in the sink, and then it just keeps piling up and piling up. So the funny thing is, I'm going to
let you hear a little conversation between me and Rachel, because Woozy, that I just spent all that money on, is begging for food.
Mister is just begging on food today.
You had lunch already, didn't you? Yep. Oh, buddy.
That cat would eat himself to death, I swear. So the vet told us how much he's allowed to have each day. And so what we do is we divide it up in thirds so we can give him some in the morning, some in the afternoon, and some at supper time. And that helps a little bit because he literally will beg for food all day long. And I always had dogs, and with dogs, if you demand feed them, or most dogs, I'm sure there's some dogs that would eat themselves to death, but if you have them from the time they're a puppy and you demand feed them, my dogs anyway would only eat when they're hungry and they weren't overweight. That is not true for cats. Apparently, I have read that cats will just graze. Now, Leo, he must be a breed that is just naturally thin, because I feel like he eats as much or more than Woozy, but he stays thin. And I'm sorry, my heart goes out to Woozy because I 100% understand. First of all, I too would love to eat all day. I love to eat. And secondly, I am not naturally skinny. I am not like Leo. And so my body does not need a lot of food to get through the day, unfortunately. And so I have to be like Woozy, and I have to decide what is going to be eaten for the day. And then I have to divide it up. So I can relate to Woozy, and he's not alone, and he is well loved, and obviously we're buying the most expensive food on the planet to help him get healthier, and he has lost like 4 to 5 pounds, so it definitely is working. But it's so funny, the vet had wanted him to have a half a cup of food a day, and my husband was like, oh, there's no way that's gonna work. And she was like, all right, 3/4 of a cup. He's gonna lose slow, but he will still lose. So he gets a 1/4 cup for breakfast, a 1/4 cup for lunch, and a 1/4 cup for supper. And then Leo pretty much has the same arrangement going on with his own food. So he gets to have the high-calorie food, and Woozy has the low-calorie food. And sometimes I will catch Woozy eating Leo's food, and sometimes I'll catch Leo eating Woozy's food. So some days it is really quite a hot mess, but we're just doing the best we can over here and trying to make sure they're only eating their own food. That was my Tinkerbell phone you just heard. You could just ignore that. So the dishes are done. The dreaded job. I really didn't want to. I don't usually mind doing dishes because we have a dishwasher, but I really didn't want to do it today. But part of that is I have been feeling extra tired lately, and so everything is a bit of a struggle. And now I am finally getting to the oven, and it's only like 1 o'clock, but I will tell you, I should have done this earlier. There's a drawer that needs to be decluttered. I do not need all those rags. That's got to go on the list. So I do wish I would have done this earlier in the day because I've already fizzled, but I do have my supervisor in Woozy. He's going to watch me, and I did get some great tips from you guys on oven cleaning. Unfortunately, not before I filmed this. So first of all, when you are spraying down your oven with oven cleaner, everybody is saying that you should cover it with saran wrap, and that does make total sense because, as someone else noted, kind of like the problem I'll have when I spray disinfectant. Sometimes I'll spray disinfectant and you want to leave it to let it do its work, and then you leave it too long and it dries. So the same thing's going to happen with the oven cleaner. Even though on the back of the can it says you can leave it overnight, the cleaner is going to dry and it's going to stop doing its job. But if you cover it with saran wrap, that will keep it damp enough to continue to do its job. So that is great advice. Then when you have those char stains that I'm going to show you later in this video, someone suggested taking a pumice stone and scraping it with a pumice stone, that really worked. So I thought that was a great suggestion. Somebody else said, take the oven door off, take the oven door off, take the oven door off. And to which I say, yes, yes, yes. I'm always so afraid to do anything like that that's mechanical. I'm scared I won't be able to get it back on, but I know my husband would. Somebody else said that some of the ovens, you can put a cloth on a stick or something pokey, and get down between the 2 layers of the oven door, which I would probably be afraid that the cloth would fall off, my luck. But I know in a previous oven, my husband took the door completely apart and we were able to clean in between the layers. So that might be something that we try in the future.
Hey, Robin. I hate to say this, but I literally cannot access certain parts of this oven that I have sprayed. The back and the top.
The inside?
Yeah, my body don't bend that way.
Some paper towels, I guess.
Well,
What do you
wet rag.
You're scrubbing it first?
Well, wiping it down, I had cleaner on it. It's not going to get that great, honestly. But with the back and the top.
Lights are in your face.
Yep.
Doesn't help.
Well, it wasn't in
How
my
about that?
face because I couldn't do what you're doing with my body.
Yeah, well,
And the cats, they just want to watch me. They're not helping.
as far as the top goes, you can't get in between the...
No, you can't. I think that's what you were smelling yesterday is the top that I couldn't get.
I can go, sort of in between it, I guess.
Right?
Is that all you wanted?
Is that it? Is it done?
I did the... I rubbed it, if that's what you're...
If you think you rinsed it off, yeah. I'll probably never clean this oven again.
Well, doesn't it have a self-cleaning?
I don't know. We're going to have to see. Probably.
I'm pretty sure it has a setting where you
I
turn
know.
it.
That
the
never
locks
works
and
either.
Well, it does if you leave it locked for the amount of time it's supposed to be locked. It heats it up and burns it off.
One more tip. You all saw me using the SOS pad, and I asked, oh, by the way, I'm using glass cleaner now, but I asked what to do about rusting SOS pads, and the consensus was you freeze those puppies. One person even freezes them in water, and that will keep them from rusting.
It looks better than it did, but it could definitely still use more cleaning. Because look, like, where is it? You know, you can just see all that. So I may break down and use the self-clean just to try.
I can't think of anything I want to do less in this moment than wipe down these racks, and I really should have taken my SOS pad to it, but I just didn't have the heart. I guess I did do that a little bit, didn't I? There I am with the SOS pad. And I had to move the plant because the plant was getting all messed up. So I am just on willpower alone right now. This is not perfect, but it is progress. So progress over perfection, right? That's what we always say. And I am just looking forward to having this done.
Before him with all of our faith, he is the change within us. There is a light. Let him lead the way. Lift our hands up and pray today. Oh, pray. Oh, pray. Oh, pray. Oh, pray. So let's come together. Yeah, let's come together. We'll lift our hands up and pray. Lay all our love before him with all of our faith. He is the change within us. There is a light. Let him lead the way. Lift our hands up.
I had to put my hair up because my hair kept like going like this and itching my nose. Oh my goodness. I'm tired. This is why I don't clean the oven. When I was doing the top oven, I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. You do that bottom oven, and then it's still not coming clean. And I let you hear that conversation between my husband and I because I do need to try the self-clean. I've never tried it on this oven, and if I try the self-clean and it works like a dream, I am going to feel like an idiot. Because he's like, why don't you just use a self-clean? And it sounds like, why don't you just use a self-clean? I mean, it seems obvious, but it's never worked for me like ever in the past. But maybe it does now. Technology improves. So I'm tired. I shouldn't have done that at the end of the day. Not that it's the end of the day. It's only like 1:32, but that is not my prime time. My prime time is like 7 in the morning until 1:30. So I've pushed that. Anyway, I'm so glad you were along with me because you're the only one who kept me going. The racks are sitting on top of the stove because I'm too tired to put them back. I will put them back. I'm going to let them dry. They're not the cleanest. They're not as clean as the other ones. I did not spray them as well. Oh my goodness. But I've just kind of hit a wall. So I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to relax and rest, and then I'll make supper, take my shower, get on my PJs, hopefully do some editing, because I would love to have another miracle where you get another video tomorrow. So we'll see. In the meantime, remember, as always, you're not in this alone, number one, and I love you, and God loves you, and I can't wait to see you next time.